an amazing CT side. So Copenhagen Wolves is trying to get a flying start here on the CT side against NaVi. And NaVi's, well, somebody damaged someone there. I heard something like that, but it's probably just a nade. The terrorists are on the B-bomb side already, and Starix gets the frag onto Dupree. Well, you could argue it was bad positioning by Dupree to be picked off from that far away without being able to get any damage in return. So NaVi already with a better position to start off in the first round. 4 on 5. And the CT is split up 2-2 on either bomb side. While the terrorists are now trying to enter A bomb side. Probably they took the bomb into apartments. Sinja is taking the point in the long carpet hall. There's Freeze ahead of him. And he takes him out straight away. Nice work by Sinja. Kibakin with a push round the corner takes out Socken, and this looks like a flawless round for NaVi already. Fetish is spied by Kibakin and gets killed as well. So the Glock paying off for Kibakin. The standard weapon, even though it got nerfed, it's still really good in his hands, and Sinja pushes around the spawn, takes out Cypix, and NaVi not even losing a single player. Very methodical setup, very nicely played by them. They just took a peek into B, took out one player there, then they were able to enter the A bomb site and simply pushed out the CTs from there. And now they are up against the save round of the CT. Seized goes down already, but Fetish, Socken and Dupree get disposed of, I should say, pretty easily. Still a very important, very expensive round so far. 3 of the terrorists already went down, but Sinja almost got killed by Cypix there. Kibakin only had 13 HP as well. So this got dangerous for NaVi. After that solid pistol round, they kinda threw away 3 lives. But they still ended up winning the round. 2-0 scoreline. And the CT's not going for anything special. They stick with the weapon, with the pistols. And NaVi bought up just to be sure. Just to be safe. Kibakin goes down to Freeze, another well, it looks like an expensive round so far, but Sinja and Starix combined with 2 frags make it a 4v3 again, and none of the CTs was able to capture himself the weapon of Kibakin. That is lying on the floor beneath the balcony. So NaVi is pushing forward into A bomb site. They have 2 CTs waiting there for them. Dupree is not rotating at the moment. Cypix goes down to Starix. Nice frag there. Nice reaction by Starix. But Fetish is spraying away onto Sinja. Almost got him killed there. Sinja was lucky to get away with a frag here. 2 frags on Starix, 2 on Sinja. And Dupree, the only one standing. He's hidden away in the terrorist apartments. Now he's going forward. Let's take a look at him. He got his knife out, now switches to the pistol, and he might run into Sinja, might get a frag, but Sinja is positioned very nicely around the corner, was waiting for him there and put a bullet in his head. Well played by NaVi, solid rounds here, even though the second one got a little close. They stood tall in the third one and saved some money. Now the CTs obviously with a buy round, with the first buy round. Let's take a look. Sinja and Starix with 7 and 6 frags already. Sinja with a reverse James Bond. Zeus and Seized were not needed whatsoever in the 3 rounds that were played before, but now they probably will be needed against this gun round by the CTs. Nothing special though coming out of those 2 teams. They go for the standard strategies. 2-3 split for the CTs and a general split out for the terrorists. Now they are trying to go towards A. 1 minute left in the round. And there will be the call in a second. Kibaken preparing the middle section for the push, and he's flashing out. He's down to 50 HP already. Socken took him out. A nice nade there into boiler room. Sees though with a refrag, made it a 4v4. Now Starix pushing out of balcony. Actually, he missed the jump and went back in there, and Fetish capitalized on two teammates there who were left alone. Starix couldn't cover them. But now, oh, Fetish survived that nade. I'm not quite sure how he was doing that, but Starix killed Cypex, covered himself. Now Senior and Fetish are, Senior and Dupree are battling around. Fetish and Dupree were spotted right away, and Senior with 2 frags finished off the round quite nicely. NaVi taking the first gun round as well. 4-0 for them on Inferno. Well, Starix was failing there a little bit. He tried to get out of the balcony and went back in by accident. Didn't realize, and his teammates were pushing in already into the bomb site. So Fetish was getting 2 kills in there. Wouldn't be necessary if Starix was there. He could have covered them. But well, like this, NaVi still was winning the round. In this 2v2 they had everything covered, and in this echo round they don't really let anything go wrong. C's surviving with 7 HP, but they don't lose a single player, so everybody saved up his money, and this means an additional buy for them. The CTs now have their second gun round, and they need this one. Desperately want to get on the scoreboard on the CT side. They really need to get started as soon as possible, otherwise NaVi will just crush them on this side, on this half. They're going for a normal setup once more, just the occasional spray, and Dupree with a nade on the Starix gets the first frag without even seeing anyone through that smoke. Great timing by him, and Kibaken with the opening frag onto Socken. He's really the go-to guy there for NaVi, getting the opening frags really nicely here, surviving with 12 HP only though. So the CT's in a good position to win that round if they get the better of Kibaken sometime soon. Senior is lining up a nade while 2 teammates are pushing into bananas. The CT's went for the 3-1 split. And it's always a crucial decision for the in-game leader to make, if you pull that guy out of B or if you leave him there to support his teammate. And Cypex is there all alone. He got flashed 2 times. He walks out into the open. He's got the smoke there, but Seized was able to push through the smoke without being seen. And wow, my Windows wants to activate itself. And he got past Cypex, and Cypex went past him, so Cypex is coming from the back. Freeze and Zeus exchange frags. Kibaken goes down. Freeze got 2 out of there. Zeus turns around into Cypex, simply takes him out, but the time ran out, and Copenhagen Wolves with the first round on the scoreboard. Cease and Zeus able to save their guns, but they probably would be better off planting the bomb there. Copenhagen Wolves not getting that much money though. Socken with a pistol only. No, he's got an M4, yeah. Fetish with a FAMAS though. He probably is saving for an AWP. Maybe will drop that for Freeze. But let's see what NaVi is up to. They have a lot of money in their banks, so they can go for something special. Still, they decide to go for the standard strategy. Spread out and spray the default positions. Keep the CTs from pushing. And Kibaken is always in the boiler room, so he needs to watch out. He's read kinda easily if he is doing the same stuff all the time. And he caught a nade earlier. So if they put another nade in there, they have him down to 50 HP already, and this the entry fragger down to low HP is really hurting NaVi then. They're entering the B bomb site though, and Dupree gets a frag onto Zeus. So this push is silenced straight away. Now they're firing up. Seas is down to 16 HP, now goes down, and suddenly Kibaken is the only one standing with a rotation. Dupree combines with Socken. 4 frags for Dupree. Socken finished off the round. And Copenhagen Wolves back in the game, 2-5. Terrace still far away from saving. But Senior is really exploding there. 11 frags so far. So NaVi with another gun round, but slowly the money is running out. And Fetish and Socken with aggressive play in middle. They took a quick peek and then pushed back out again. That's Socken there, read Kibaken's gameplay and shot him in the head. Nice play by Copenhagen Wolves so far in this round. They poked a little into middle, and then they got the first frag, 4 on 5 in favor of the CTs. And they're working their way into the banana bomb site. Only Senior hanging back at A, trying to get a rotation frag onto the CTs and keep them from pushing into the back of the terrorists. And I think, yeah, here comes the call at 39 seconds left in the round. NaVi really needs to hurry. They need to get into the bomb site quick, and they need to put down the bomb as fast as possible. They only have 25 seconds left. Cypex gets the first frag. Dupree with another one. Senior caught Cyprex out of cover. Starix fires away into the smoke, trying to force Dupree to go into ruins. The bomb gets planted. Luckily for NaVi, they almost ran out of time, but they are in a 2v4 situation thanks to those 2 frags of Socken and Dupree. Now Senior all alone, and he gets killed by Freeze on the rotation. 3-5 the scoreline now, and Copenhagen Wolves don't allow NaVi to run away with the scoreline. They now, well, they had the bomb planted, so they might be force buying. Yes, that's what they do. They even have enough for a full buy. And while they stay in the game, NaVi doesn't have to save yet. But Copenhagen Wolves is getting closer. If NaVi loses this one, Copenhagen Wolves will be able to equalize the scoreline. And then maybe the nerves come into play for NaVi. They really want to go into the next round, and Copenhagen Wolves has some revenge as well for DreamHack Bucharest. A 2-0 loss in the quarterfinals against NaVi. And, well, even though it's just an online cup, maybe this will solidate their souls a little bit. NaVi still not, well, they're attacking A, but just more or less faking it. Cypex in the archway fires away, but he can't cross there. It's smoked up. Senior though goes out of the smoke into the headshot of Socken. 4v5, and the rest of the terrorists are sneaking into B. A nice strategy by NaVi. A nice fake onto A, and they check out the bomb site thoroughly. Seas gets a frag. Dupree can't really get anything in there, and now the CTs have to rush. There's one terrorist in the middle of them. Kibaken is there behind them. He wants to go for the knife. Oh no, he pulls out the AK and gets 2 frags there. Nice play by Kibaken, and another one for him, but Socken replies with 3 so far. He's got 2 ahead of him. The bomb is planted though, and he decides to save his gun, even though he could save them. He could ace them, but yeah, that would be a far call. With 46 HP, 2 flashes. If he gets lucky on the flashes, but Seas and Zeus are probably working together pretty good for the team play. So Socken pulled out and saved his gun rather than try to go for an amazing ace. and get his team in a bad position if he lost that round. But NaVi with an astonishing strategy. I think they actually tried to push through library with 2 players. Unluckily for them, I think Senior got killed there in the process. But Kibakin was just running along the CTs. They couldn't hear him because everybody was stomping away. And he didn't get too cocky, so he didn't go for the knife, which might have made NaVi lose the round if he got killed while trying to knife one of those guys. And just got 3 frags with the AK. I think that's better than 1 knife kill. Maybe in a mix or a matchmaking match he would have knifed to have some fun, but like that it's easier to get the AK 3k. Copenhagen was still hanging on there. They bought up. Socken saved his AK from last round, and Freeze with the second frag of the round makes it look bad for NaVi. Senya though able to get a frag onto Fetish, even though he only has 5 HP from balcony, but Socken already was prepared for that second peek by Senya. Now Starix has to run for B bomb side to try and plant the bomb. Cypex though already knows that Starix will be around the corner in a second. Starix has to hurry up as well, 13 seconds left only, and Cypex lined him up perfectly to shoot him in the head and take him out for a 4-6 scoreline. And Copenhagen Wolves still hanging on, even though they were completely outplayed by NaVi in this one round. They're not letting them run away. Finally NaVi has to save. And a little relief for Copenhagen Wolves. Even though Freeze might be caught by those 3 terrorists. No, they don't check the dark spot. Freeze gets 1 frag, but he's not able to capitalize on the second one. Socken covers him a little bit, but he only gets 1 trade frag, so Zeus is able to get that gun out of there. While Senya is already in pit. Seized is waiting in the smoke, and he might get another frag onto Socken. He does, in fact. Fetish though gets him in return, and Zeus is left alone with his M4. He might even think about saving, but maybe it's a free weapon for him. Why not try and get 1 or 2 more frags out of that? Dupree finishes him off, leaving himself with 13 HP. So yeah, Starix was about right to try. Zeus? Oh my god. It's been 3 hours since I began to cast, so my concentration is getting a little lower. I apologize for any mistakes that I make in advance. And what a strategy by Copenhagen Wolves. Socken with 2 frags before he gets taken out, and Kibakin is down to 16 HP already. Zeus and Freeze exchange frags, but Senya is there in the apartments, making it a 2v2 again. So an initial start for the CTs was really good, but then they kind of fell apart and couldn't get a stand on this initial 5v3 situation. Zeus spies Cypex while he was trying to get back into A bomb site. Dupree is on A still, and the terrorists are not quite sure where he is at. They are trying to get the bomb towards A and plant it there. Senya is slowly inching his way forward, while Dupree is right around the corner of Zeus. Zeus knows that. Dupree knows it as well. And Dupree is kinda off the aim, but still gets the frag onto Zeus. Zeus only hit 2 bullets there, get him down to 30 HP, but Senya now knows where Dupree is at. And he's got 25 seconds left on the clock. Now he made some sound. I'm not quite sure if Dupree has heard that. Probably not, otherwise he would be moving. He's still lining up the headshot and anticipates Senya to try and get towards the A bomb site. Now he knows that he's not on A. He didn't hear him. Senya gets a bomb plant just in time. 3 seconds left on the clock, and now he's firing away. Oh my god, he's missing those shots. Easy frag there for Senya. tosses out the nade, and this might end the round. Yes, Sinja with a lucky nade there. He almost lost that round here against Dupree, who got him down to 19 HP. Then Sinja was around the corner into safety, and his HE saved him from confronting Dupree once more. NaVi keeping Copenhagen Wolves from drawing the game once more. 7-5 the scoreline now. And Copenhagen Wolves, well, they want the next 3 rounds probably. And they're trying to go for an apartment push maybe? No, Freeze is deciding to go back again. Starix could only afford a Galil. But on the other hand, Socken has a FAMAS. So the odds are quite even. Kibaken with another boiler room push. Socken takes him out instantly with a FAMAS. Fetish fires away into middle, and he's got 3 terrorists ahead of him. Fetish is Socken is taken out by Seized. Zeus is completely flashed and in the flames. He couldn't really see that. Cypix gets a frag, gets the credit for that. And it's a 4v3 situation. The terrorists are caught in no man's land. They didn't really... why am I saying really so much? They didn't get into the bomb site. They got 1 frag, but that wasn't enough to get them the entry. Now they're trying to reconsider things and send Starix down bananas to check out if anything's safe over there. But it's smoked up, so he's forced to go back. And Freeze with 1 frag. He tried to go for the second one, but Senja was prepared for that. Senja with another frag onto Cypix. Now he needs to reload, but he kinda knows that Fetish is there. Another headshot by Senja. 3 kills there. Starix and Senja looking good in this 2v4 situation. Dupree is left alone and he's pushing forward really loud. Starix already firing away, and Senja gets the assist for that frag. Almost got a 4k, and NaVi taking it away. 8-5 now. The CT's probably looking bad on the money side. Yes, they go for a mixed save. They bought pistols and got 2 HE grenades. But NaVi, obviously, with everything they want, is really not cautious enough. Going down to the pistol of Dupree, I think. Socken with 2 frags there in boiler room. Gibaken and Zeus against Cypix. And Cypix doesn't have a weapon yet, but he's got Zeus ahead of him, and Zeus is down to 24 HP. Might have gotten the spray there through the smoke, but Zeus was already away. Now carrying the bomb to a bomb site, planting it. And Kibaken is waiting for Cypix to show up. Kibaken takes him out and seals the deal. Still a very expensive round for the terrorists. 9-5 the scoreline. And Copenhagen Wolves need this round, otherwise it is looking very bad for them. 6-9 might be acceptable in the end. And Cypix kinda missed that flash there on that chimney. They keep barking, pushing out like a madman. So is the rest of the terrorists. Dupree and Cypix get 2 frags. Seized only gets 1 out of there. So the trade in favor of the CTs. Seized down to 30 HP as well. So they not only lost 2 players, they almost lost Seized as well. Socken with another frag onto Senja makes it a 2v4. And Cypix is desperately trying to get something through the smoke. Finally gets a frag onto Zeus. And Seized all alone in bananas. They probably know where the bomb is. And he's just trying to hold them off a little longer. So I'm not quite sure why NaVi was trying to go into B bomb site that headlessly. Maybe they should have waited for the smoke to clear, but Kibaken, well, he's a real machine. If he's on fire, nobody can really... nobody can stand a chance. So maybe he was thinking that if he's fast enough and gets 1 or 2 frags through the smoke, surprise the CTs a little, then he might get the round. But C's is doing a great working around the CTs. They're positioned around the bomb, and he got 2 frags already. Cypex finally finishing him off. The time was running out, and Copenhagen Wolves obviously were aware of that. And a good half is called 6-9 in favor of NaVi. Sinja with 21 frags in this half. Great job by him. If he proceeds in doing so, he might end up with 40. But if he ends up with 40, that would mean that this match is going down the wire, and this will probably not suit NaVi too much. They want to show that they can handle Copenhagen Wolves online as well as they did offline. And looking at the scoreboard, yeah, Socken and Dupree with 16 and 13 frags. But that's the piss round for the second half. Copenhagen Wolves now on the terrorist side, so they really need to step it up and get close to NaVi. If they win this piss round, they might draw this game. And Dupree is starting off nicely, but C's just clicking twice, getting the headshot onto Freeze. Suze with a headshot onto Cypex, and he's pushed by Dupree as well. Gets another frag out of that. Looks really bad for Copenhagen Wolves. 6-9 now. 2-on-4 situation. They have full HP, and Suze is down to 14 HP already. But, well, he already got 2 frags, and he shouldn't gotten the first one in the first place. Cypex was not looking good in this battle, and Dupree was pushing in a little too late. Suze was already finished reloading, so he could take him out as well. Now Socken and Fetish trying to work their way on their own. Socken was on A. Fetish now closed the gap and joined him in the attack in A. Socken with a frag onto Kibakin. Suze is positioned there in the dark corner on the A bomb side, but Fetish spied him from afar. It's a 2v2. Suddenly NaVi not able to capitalize on the situation. Seized, spied Socken in pit, threw a smoke over there. The bomb got planted. Sinja took out Fetish, who was planting the bomb, and Seized is pushing Socken. Yeah. So NaVi in the end able to turn that round into their favor, even though they almost gave it away. Copenhagen Wolves though might be okay with planting the bomb. Despite the 6-10 scoreline, they at least got the money into their banks and might go for an early buy. Not really early for the terrorists. But you never know what happens in the second round. Even though the Glock got nerfed, still piss rounds are very unpredictable. And Starix gets a frag, but Dupree answers back. Suze with 2. Freeze there, the only one standing after Sinja got the spray down onto Dupree, and the bomb is right in front of the CT, so Freeze is not going anywhere. He's caught in library. Kibakin spraying way before he could see him. He already got the call that he's in library and wanted to prevent Freeze from getting a frag. With a P90 you got 50 shots, and that's more than enough to be spraying before you go around the corner. And in a close quarter battle, it's fast enough to kill anyone. So Kibakin with some nice gameplay there. And Copenhagen Wolves now need some nice gameplay of their own in this gun round, in this first gun round of the second half. Otherwise NaVi will be running away with the scoreline. And they need to close it out. Socken not able to get the frag onto Seized, who got away with 19 HP in B bomb site. The terrorists know there's someone low on B, but they couldn't get the frag, so still looking like an even match. Socken down to 27, so the HP is leveled. But the CT's already pushed into apartments, and Dupree was sitting on top of that balcony railing, got the frag onto Zeus. Now Kibakin in a bad position. He needs to get out of there as quick as possible. Fetish took him out though from behind, closing him out really nicely. Terrorist got a little lucky there that NaVi was pushing into apartments when they were set up like that. Dupree only has 1 HP left, but still the terrorist got 2 frags out of there, and the bomb got planted on A. The CTs didn't even rotate yet, and they probably want to save their guns. Starix is already joining his teammates, and as I said, C is down to 19 HP already. Starix with the AWP, he doesn't really want to give that away. And they set up in B to defend themselves, and Copenhagen Wolves, look at them. They are not pushing forward into the bomb site. They know that NaVi is set up, so nobody can enter them without being killed, and they don't want to expend any weapons. They need the money more than NaVi does, and that's exactly why they didn't go for the frags. They are behind and they want to build some money. Not losing a single player in a gun round is a first step, even though NaVi was able to save 3 guns and an AWP in the mix. So the chances are leveled once more. And Starix just... Dupree, why would you go in there in the open if you know there's an AWP player there? It's just cocky. And C's with 2 frags together with his teammate Zeus. He was pushing into bananas. And a nice great gameplay by NaVi. The early aggression into banana after the first frag in the middle. And now the terrorists have a hard time in pushing back. Cypix with the first frag onto Kibakin though. Trying to make the best out of a bad position. Fetish is now left alone. Zeus took out Cypex and Fetish is on the bomb site already. He gets 1 frag. Might get a second one and make it a 1v1. Zeus is not on the bomb site as of yet. Zeus has to delay the terrorists. And Fetish is taking his time. Maybe he should have pushed in earlier, but he anticipated the backstab by Seized, and in fact Seized was just coming around to save Zeus's life, and Fetish was not able to capitalize on the situation that Zeus was holding the AWP in the bomb site and was quite easy to frag if he would have pushed him. Then again, Fetish didn't know that Seized was so far away, and he thought he was around the corner in middle, so he had to check his back. Now he's opening the fragging onto Starix in middle. Finally they took out the AWP early on, and they're all around A. They really want to go there. They've got 3 players, 3 CTs ahead of them. Only one is looking at B, and it's Senya. He's left all alone. He's on the verge of rotating already. The terrorists are pushing in. Fetish with a second frag of the round. Now he gets taken out by Kibakin, but Freeze is coming from the balcony, takes out Kibakin. Seized is at the library, taken down to 13 HP, and now they decide to save once more. NaVi not want to give any weapons away to Copenhagen Wolves. And the bomb is obviously planted. The terrorists are safe to collect whatever is lying on the floor. Some grenades maybe for the next round, and maybe they're going for the frags this time. Let's see if Dupree is pushing forward. Freeze surely is, and he will meet Seized in a second. Seized is up on the tree. Freeze doesn't see that, and Seized capitalizes on the situation, gets a frag, takes out 1 weapon. And NaVi still 4 rounds ahead of Copenhagen Wolves. Looking at the money, they are on a save round, but Copenhagen Wolves is not building up that much on their bank accounts either. So Copenhagen was really can't afford to lose that many weapons this round. And NaVi is running into there like madman. Cypex gets 3 frags in apartments. They tried to get that weapon out of there. They had Starix over there, I think. And Fetish with another frag onto Gibaken. Seized is the only one standing with the AK from last round, I think. In a 1v5, and he's holding himself in library. He's not trying to sneak forward, getting a frag maybe onto Cypex. He does so, but Freeze knows what is on the mind of Seized and takes him out with a headshot while Seized was trying to ninja defuse. Nice try by Seized, but it was kinda obvious. Cypex was looking on the backside. If he wasn't looking, if he would have left for the apartments too early, Seized might be successful with a ninja defuse. But well, Freeze was there as well, so fooling 2 players in the bomb site might be too much to expect. So Socken and Freeze already on top of bananas, but they can't really see anyone. Kibaken is holding himself in the corner and not showing and not stepping around. So they just stay there and try to keep the control of that area in the terrorists' hands, while the rest of the team is trying to fake A. And they've got some movement into the CTs on the bomb site, but no rotation of the B players as of yet. Senya and Kibaken with a crossfire at the entrance of B, while Cypex and Dupree are trying to work on on A. Kibaken though with 2 nice frags off his FAMAS, and this crossfire is paying off for Seized, and Senya getting 2 frags is Seized, and Senya takes the other one. Nice setup by NaVi in his force buy. And Kibaken another time showing that he's able to peek at the right moments and get the frags with the FAMAS even if he's facing 2 players. NaVi 13-9 now the scoreline. And Copenhagen Wolves desperately need this round. If they lose this, they would need to save, and then NaVi would be at match point. So they need some great strategy, but they're trying to go with a standard setup once more. Socken gets a trade with Senya. It's a 4v4 once more, and still 1 minute 10 on the clock, so nothing changed. Just got a little harder for the CTs to define where to go and where to put their players, but Starix decides to go for A and get a 3-1 split on the bomb sites. Kibaken with a frag onto Dupree makes it a 2v3. Zeus and Freeze, Cypex combine, exchanging frags. Cypex stands alone against 2 CTs, and they're on the rotation towards A. He might go B if he's quick enough. He could plant the bomb there, but he's going for the battle against Zeus. Zeus got the call for his teammate. Now Cypex is rotating towards B, and the CTs might get a hang of the action in just a few seconds. They should know that Cypex is rotating towards B, and Senya is now on the rotation a little late, a little too late. He couldn't catch Cypex on the cross there, but then he got him after the plant. Cypex not able to take out any of those 2 surviving CTs. And NaVi take this crucial round into their hands. 9-14 will be the scoreline. And then Copenhagen Wolves, well, they got the bomb plant. Maybe they get the force buy. And yes, that's what they do. They don't have any other choice than to go for the force buy. 14-9, NaVi on the verge of taking it to match point. And Copenhagen Wolves need some sort of strategy here. They need to have a major fake setup or something like that to throw NaVi off their balance. They are going for the default setup all the time, and that's not really suiting them. They only won 3 rounds so far in this half. And NaVi is just going for the defaults as well. They not forced to do anything special. They had some aggressive play in B already, but well, it's more or less on the side of the terrorists to force some mistakes by the CTs to get some bad rotations, some bad calls, or maybe a trap, something like that. Copenhagen Wolves didn't do anything of that sort at the moment, and I'm a bit disappointed by that. So we've got a pause, don't worry, I didn't freeze. I'm just checking the scores of the other matches. I imagined the match to be way closer than it is. But maybe Copenhagen Wolves' motivation is a little broke after they saw NaVi taking the lead 9-6 in the first half. Let's take a lengthy look at the scoreboard. Soken with 19, Dupree with 16, Senior with 26, so he's really putting up the numbers. Kibaken had a hard time on the terrorist side entering the bomb sites. He was playing Boiler Room too much, in my opinion. But still better than Copenhagen Wolves at the moment. Not quite sure what the pause is all about. Maybe strategical pause by Copenhagen Wolves. Oh my god, alternate 1 against Very Games, 16-10. Didn't expect that. Awesome took down 3D Max 16-12. But that was in the round before. So somehow the scoreboard reset itself. Still 14-9, and we are underway again with this crucial round. Will Copenhagen Wolves be able to hang on, or will they lose their force buy and enable NaVi to take it to match point and maybe even win the game? Senior is opening up through the smoke onto Freeze, getting the frag. Socken down to 10 HP already, and Fetish only has a deagle in hand. No, he's got a Galil as well. But they are forced away by the flaming Mo, by the Molotov cocktail of the CTs. And well, they're quite undecisive. They don't know what to do really. 40 seconds left on the clock, and still they're just going back and forth. Fetish with the entry frag onto C's on B, and he's now just running. What? Senior didn't see him. Senior didn't see Fetish, so Fetish ended up in the CT spawn area. They were obviously smoked up, both of those players. Now Fetish is putting the afterburner on to help his teammates. He's probably spotted already, but he's too late. Gets taken out by Kibakin. On this 4K by Kibakin that we missed because I was curious what Fetish was all about. And NaVi taking it to 15-9. And Copenhagen Wolves end up with more or less nothing. And they've got their nades and they've got deagles, but they would need some awesome one-shots if they want to take out NaVi in this deagle save round. And Seas gets the first frag onto Socken. Starix lined up his AWP 4A already. The rest of the terrorists are spread out, 1 in banana, 3 at A. They're going through middle. Dupree goes down to Kibakin. Starix tosses a nade in the smoke just to be sure nobody's there anymore. And now the 3 terrorists are rotating towards Archway. Starix misses the first one. Misses the second one as well. Now pulls out the pistol to get at least one of them. Sinja though spraying away, getting 2 frags. Freeze is killing Starix, who was trying to go for the knife. And then it's finished by Sinja. A 3-man takedown by him in the final round. 16-9. NaVi dominated Copenhagen Wolves on the CT side.